Well, hello, hello, hello. I've started coloring a fall picture. It's fall and it's almost time for holidays to start rolling in, and everything just goes so fast. And sometimes I just have to slow myself down and color to relax my spirit. So I drew a pumpkin because it seems to be one of my favorite things to draw this time of year. But I added a bow because I've recently become obsessed with plaid. While I don't wear it often, I love to look at it. Plaid makes me happy. Oh, it's not plaid, right? It's just striped right now. Okay, I'll fix that. Plaid is simply a pattern that has lines that go horizontally and some lines that go vertically. And I just love it. I mean, even just looking at this example here to see how the stripes transition into plaid just by me coloring in a different direction. Now, I often make plaid with many colors, but today I just wanted to keep it in the blue family. The reason why is because blue is one of my favorite colors. I have two, blue and green. Green is my ultimate favorite color of all time. Green just makes me happy. But this blue is called Bluetiful. Now this color wasn't around when I was growing up, so this is one of those new Creole colors. I call it new because it's new to me. And as I color with it, it just it reminds me of the blue that's the color of jeans. When I think of blue jeans, this is the blue I think of. It's the one I think of. Okay, so I did want to go back and where the squares intersect, I'm just going to make it darker with a little bit of black, and it makes the plaid look better to me. So wherever I can find a spot where the vertical lines intersected with the horizontal lines, then I just add a little black there, and I feel that enhances the whole plaid aesthetic. I use crayons a lot. Crayons are one of my favorite things to use when I'm relaxing and coloring. I like crayons because they don't dry out like markers do. They're easy to transport, and even when they're broken, they're still good. Crayons are like people. When people are broken, they can still be good. They can still do beautiful, wonderful things. Same for people. People are still good even if they've made a mistake or if they've been heartbroken. They can still bounce back and do great things. Oh, I love the plaid bow. So now I'm going to take this black and I'm going to lightly color underneath to show shadows from where this is underneath the other parts of the ribbon. There's overlapping happening here. So I do that and it makes this one look further behind this one. I'll do the same thing here, put a little black underneath over here, a little black shading underneath because it's a double bow, which is really cute. All right. So yeah. So that's the middle of the bow and the sides there. So my pumpkin is just, run of the mill, ordinary pumpkin. But, I like to use lots of different colors. So I'm going to add a little orange on this stem and a little green on this stem just to make it look more earthy. That's what I like. So it makes the brown look more believable, in my opinion. Okay, so the pumpkin. The pumpkin will be orange mostly. This crayon has been getting a good workout. Just getting a good workout. And it has been making my papers very happy, I guess, because I've been adding a lot of orange. You don't often hear people who say that orange is their favorite color, but I know one person who loves orange. It's her favorite color. That's unique. So, and she's a little person, so I'm curious to see how her unique taste in colors translate into adulthood because she loves orange. Now as I color this, I think about the warmth of the holidays. Pumpkins are great for decoration. Some are great for eating. Now I like pumpkins, and I've had pumpkin before. One of my coworkers brought me a delicious dish that had pumpkin chunks in it, and it was good. And I like most kinds of squash. Did you know that a pumpkin is a squash? It's in the squash family. Yes, it is. It's a gourd. And I like pumpkins. I've eaten it. But pumpkin pie is not my favorite. Not my favorite. If I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, I'm allowed to say that. Sweet potato pie is my favorite. Now, I grew up eating sweet potato pies. And pumpkin pies, while they are tasty, that's not my favorite. If I had a choice, I'd pass on the pumpkin pie and get sweet potato. Sweet potato is the best to me. I've baked sweet potato pies. I have never baked a pumpkin pie before. I've had pumpkin pie, but I've never baked one. So that lets you know how much I love sweet potato. Okay, so now that I've done that with my orange, I'm going to grab some more of my good old friends here, my stubby crayons, and let them go to work too with adding more roundness to this pumpkin. So I'm going to create some good shadows with it right along these folds here. First off, I'm going to come right near the folds, where the folds are, with this is red orange. Make it darker. And all of a sudden, just by doing that, this looks more pumpkinish. Yes, yes. I'm going to add some of this yellow here to brighten this orange right on the front, and here opposite of the fold to brighten it. It's going to be like my highlight areas. So I'm using yellow and I'm making it lighter here, although most highlights are like white, but I'm just going to go with yellow today to make it look, get the effect I want. I think the yellow makes it just warmer, gives a warmer feel to it, to the orange, because that orange was kind of bland. It was. And I come back with a little bit more orange and blend between the yellow and the red orange. So I'm creating another layer. Because when I colored with the orange the first time, I didn't put it on as thick as it is now. It's thicker now. It's better. Coloring. And the smell of crayons gives my heart great joy. It does. Just does. I love crayons. And these are so small, but my students know I'll say it all the time that broken crayons still color, and sometimes they even work the best because they're so short they can't possibly break again. So I can really scrub and press down and make my colors darker with these broken crayons as opposed to the ones that are still rather tall or unbroken. Those are more likely to break. Easy. Up here under this ribbon, I'm going to make some more dark areas. Might even come in with a little bit of brown so it can look more like a shadow underneath there. Shadow underneath. Casting down on the pumpkin. Now just make a little brown area. Just a little brown area. And the thing about crayons is you're going to find that you can just mix them together almost like you do with paints. Almost the same principle, almost the same way. Add a little bit more orange over here because I still feel it looks kind of light, too much white going on. Yes. Go crayons, go. Now the tabletop, I'm going to pause and come back with that color because this video is getting sort of long, and I'll show you how I add shadow underneath the pumpkin. Okay, so the background's been colored. I added yellow and yellow green in the background here, and blue and blue green at the bottom. I like to use more than one color. All right, so I'm going to give this pumpkin a shadow off to the right. I'm using purple right now. I'm not often a big fan of black shadows because they can just be so dark, and I don't always want that. But I do want to show that this pumpkin is sitting on a surface casting its shadow to the side. So I started with this purple, and this is just regular violet purple. Maybe I'll use some brown. Brown and purple tend to give that darker vibe, almost like blackwood, but just more subtly, just softer. And so maybe the shadow looks more gray than it would just a harsh black. And that's how simple I keep it, with giving the shadow there. It often helps to make one side of the pumpkin a little bit darker as well, so I could come in deeper with my darker side of the pumpkin here, even though there is some light shining to show that it is rounded and light is hitting it in a certain way. Yes. I just love crayons, y'all. I just do. I don't even get upset when my crayons get stumpy, small. It's actually a better workout for your hands, for your muscles. Keep those stiff hands and stiff muscles away by just Coloring a little bit each day. Coloring a little bit each day is good for your brain, it's good for your mind, it's good for your spirit. So, what do you think? I love it. I love it. I could have added another color like on this bow. I was thinking of going in with like pink in some of the white areas. That's something I could still do. There's always so many possibilities and different ways to do things. I hope you enjoyed this coloring session with me. I just felt like coloring. I drew this some time ago and it just popped out of nowhere and screamed to be colored. So here we go. And happy fall, y'all. Happy fall. I hope you enjoyed. Come back and we'll make more cool things together. Bye.